Good evening, everyone. I'm Shreya Sarkar, and I hope all of you are in good health. Today, on 10th October, we celebrate World Mental Health Day. It is celebrated with the objective of raising awareness towards mental health issues across the world, recognizing and implementing efforts made to improve the condition of mental health in people. Silicon Tech recognizes the importance of mental health in today's world and makes sure to leave no stone unturned in giving utmost priority to people's mental well being. Today, we have with us our in house counseling psychologist, Dr. Sashwati Jaina. Sashwati ma'am is present on our campus with us all year round to ensure our mental health and well being. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Shreya.
How are you today?
I'm good, and I am also seeing that you are also in a good mood.
Yes, ma'am, I'm doing good too. Okay, ma'am. So, should we start the interview?
Sure.
Okay, ma'am. In this last few months of the lockdown, we have all gone through a huge change in our lifestyle, be it in the physical well-being, be it in the mental aspect of our well-being, and all of us have seen instances in the outer world as well, through which we have come to know how important this mental health and well-being is for us. So, about that, today I would like to ask a few questions to you in that regard. So, ma'am, my first question to you: in the past few months, the word health has undergone a huge change and has gained a completely new definition. Ever since the entire country went into the lockdown phase, people have experienced a great change in their health and lifestyle, especially when it comes to the mental health. So, ma'am, what in your opinion has been the most challenging the issue that people have experienced in regard to their personal life?
Thank you, Shreya, for just raising the issue of health. I am glad that you have raised the issue that what health is. And forget about COVID-19, this pandemic. Before COVID-19 pandemic, also we are human beings. Now we are human beings, and we will remain as human beings.
Yes.
So first thing is that health, we all know that health is wealth. It is being taught to us in our schools. But in literally, how many of us are actually aware of the fact? So just let me define health. How health is defined. Health is a complete state of physical, mental, and social well-being, not just merely the absence of disease or infirmity. From this only you can understand, but how we are, and this definition is given by WHO, World Health Organization, long back in 1948. And in 2020, many of us are also unaware of it. So now I'm coming to this COVID-19 pandemic. In COVID-19 pandemic, if you will thoroughly look at our own lives, you will understand we are being affected physically, mentally, and socially. And these three things are being affected means our health has certain kind of changes in its own dimensions. So now I am just trying to say that why we are not aware of it, because we only know that health means physical health, but the major aspect of mental and social well-being we are completely ignoring. At this point of time, a simple example I'm just giving you. For example, when this COVID has started, at that point of time, each one of us, I'm not saying any particular group, every individual in their own way had just done their research that how to safeguard their mental health, how to safeguard their physical health, taking from foods, medicines, masks, sanitization, whatnot.
Mm.
But if we'll ask this question that what have we done to safeguard our mental health, we have no question, no answer. We are falling short there. That what to answer. From this only you can understand what the challenge is and where the challenge lies. And mental health rank is quite away in our periphery. We don't think of it,
Very
but
true.
still we are feeling very sick that we are actually controlled by this. Our mental health is controlling our whole system, but we are unaware of it. So
Very
that is the basic challenge. And if you are talking about in a very social concept, I may tell you one thing, Shreya, over here that in the first phase the challenge was different because everyone is shocked.
true.
Everyone just wanted to just get out of it, how, and to just explore what are the things that is going on. In the second phase, intrusion of personal spaces started. family members are just intervening each other's life. Again, there was a challenge in mental level. And this, now in psychology, we are talking about one concept, learned helplessness. Now we are helpless and we have accepted the fact. Now we are trying our level best to get out of it. So that is life, that is challenge that we all are facing. But still, we have to be positive in our approach.
Very true, ma'am.
I hope
Since the
it's clear.
Yes, ma'am, you are perfectly clear, because since the start of this lockdown, I think what people didn't imagine, that this pandemic wouldn't just take a toll on their physical health, it would take a toll on
Correct.
their mental health more than the physical aspect.
Physical health. And you will understand, share that it is completely a mind game. How you are dealing with your situation. Physically, you are there. We all are getting all our basic requirements, but still, why we are not happy with ourselves? That is the trick. That
Very,
is the clue where we have to take care of our mental health.
yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Then my next question to you is that very often we have heard people say in response, when someone says that we are going through a mental health issue, we have heard in response that it is not your age to develop a mental health issue. It is a very common phrase we have all heard in the society. So, in your opinion, is it true that mental health is a smaller concern in some younger people and a greater concern in the elder age groups?
This is again one thing we all should keep it in our mind, that how important it is. If we'll clearly look at our society specifically, I'm talking about Indian society. If we'll think about it, this word counseling, mental health, they are really misinterpreted and wrongly spelled out everywhere.
Exactly.
Many a times you might have seen that, you might have heard people talking that mental health, they are not allowing you to complete the whole sentence. The next sentence they will say, am I insane, am I crazy, why should I go for mental health? But
Exactly.
one point we should be very particular about here, that we are talking about mental health, we are not talking about mental illness. We are talking about, for example, physical health. That doesn't mean that we are suffering from cancer. Physical health is something, cancer is a disease, mental health is our own asset, illness is something else. And here, as you are saying, let me just explain few of the myths that are prevailing. First thing is that, am I insane, I will not go. Second thing is that, that is the latest one. One of my student has told me, psychologists or the counselors, they manipulate brain, so we shouldn't go. Okay. And thirdly, I have heard about that many times we threaten people by saying these concepts.
Yes.
Oh, you are having such a raw attitude, then you should consult one psychiatrist. Just see and just look at the statements we are just uttering in a way. This is not the correct way. As if you are consulting one psychologist or a mental health professional, it is a crime. You are doing some very bad deed in your life. No, you are seeking help. That is the biggest challenge you are accepting. You should be proud of that.
Yes.
People are ignorant of it. You are the only one who acknowledge that thing, that I'm not okay, I should seek some kind of help. And one more thing is that regarding this, I would like to tell you, in our country, except mental health professionals, everyone tells that they are the self-proclaimed counselors. Only we people do not propagate. Rest, everyone say that I do counseling.
Very true.
So it's just like that. I am just watching 2 3 YouTube videos and then I will start doing surgery, and then I cannot tell myself as surgeon. It's a proper procedure. So trained professionals has to be there. So as your question, I'm answering to your question. As you are saying, the age group. Take the example of COVID-19 in this scenario. Is COVID taking into consideration the age, class, creed, that I should affect these people or not? Because
Definitely
it is
not.
a disease. It is a disease, and this disease doesn't see all these parameters or criteria. Then same as mental health. Mental health, you are doing good. If you are not doing good, there are some difficulties or illness over there, and this illness is not going to look at your parameters. So never ever think that mental illness or mental health issue may not rise. It may rise. We all are vulnerable. We
Yes.
will discuss about that, but it is a complete biggest myth
Hmm.
that younger people do not have this. Younger students or younger children or younger group or youth, anyone can have this.
Hmm.
The point is that we have to pay attention, and then only we can tackle with this particular problem.
Yes, exactly, ma'am. So as you said that it is still a very, it is like a taboo in today's society to talk about that you are mentally facing some problem, because immediately the reaction comes as if you have done some wrong deed and you will be getting a
Correct.
punishment for it by going to the psychologist. So ma'am, one
Correct.
small question is, so as we realize that in today's society we are still a long way from normalizing and accepting mental health issues, right? Simpler ones and more deep ones, nothing is accepted in today's society as openly as physical health issues are accepted. So then,
Correct.
ma'am, even today, when people tend to judge mentally ill people or even ridicule them, even though they have no fault of their own, then people feel afraid to go to the psychologist or to seek professional help, right? So, why do you think these are still a problem in the society? Why are people still afraid to discuss and accept the existence of mental health issues?
That thing again also we can talk about or bring it out as a one socialization process and our way of bringing up. We do not know what mental health is from a very childhood. We have no clue. Is it existing in our life? We have a question mark. Sometimes many of us, if you will ask them, they don't know what mental health is. They said, I am physically fit and fine, that means I'm fine. But
Hmm.
many times you will see a person who is physically healthy, he may not or she may not be very healthy in the mental level, and many a times this kind of depression and anxiety is arising.
Hmm.
And I'm coming to your point, Shreya, that first thing is that we never pay attention to these things. We never acknowledge these things that
Hmm.
mental health exists. The basic criteria I'm telling you, all over the as we are saying that this mental health concept is completely neglected all over the world. And at this point of time, if you'll find out that in every 40 seconds, one person commits suicide, but we are okay with it. It's not a big deal, okay,
Yes.
not in our periphery, so it's fine. And second thing is that just look at our apathetic way of dealing with things. Second thing, if you'll find out, as per the World Health Organization's report also, you will find being the second largest populated country,
Hmm.
we are also leading in one more aspect, that is India is the highly depressed country, followed by China and United States of America.
Hmm.
But how many of you are aware of it?
Very
And if
true.
you and it is a recent report I'm just sharing you in 2020 itself, that 43% of our population are suffering from depression. 43 means almost 50%.
Hmm.
Almost I'm talking about. Then whom we are talking with, he or she may be just suffering from this. We are
Yes.
not aware of. We may ourselves may be suffering from this.
Very
So we
true.
shouldn't always see that the other person is suffering. I myself may be suffering.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
this is the idea. This is the structure that we are going through. And with this, what is happening, we all have one stigmatized and taboo just prevailing in our society, that if you are seeking one mental health help, you are incompetent.
Hmm.
And many times people will say that why are you seeking help, can't you solve your own problems, that you need someone else from the outside. But if I am having some physical ailment, shall I treat myself at home? I should
Definitely.
go and seek, I should go to the hospital. So don't just differentiate between health and mental health in a very drastic way. They
Hmm.
both are quite similar. And from your own definition, as I have told you, that these are the three basic components of health: physical health, mental health, and social health or social well-being, as we are talking about. And WHO again has said that there is no health without mental health. This is the tagline.
Yes.
But we are completely just cutting it out, and we are seeing that no, physical fitness, we can go for it. So
Hmm.
here the difficulty rages. So we should take care of it, that no, they are not different. And we are having so much of population, that those who are suffering, but
Hmm.
we are silent and we are not paying attention to them. It is our duty now to be sensible towards them, because it is high time now. Now we can just wait.
Very true, ma'am. Very true. That is the thing that people, since wounds are physically visible to the eye, they will get it treated. But since mental wounds or emotional needs, they are not visible to the eye, so they will not pay much attention to it. Whereas
True,
those
true.
are the factors which will influence a person's life more than the physical factors.
many times you might have seen, Shreya, that if a person is physically fit but mentally unfit, at that point of time he or she may not perform properly, but
Hmm.
the vice versa may work properly. But for example, I'm having a big ailment with me,
Hmm.
but I'm mentally very strong, mentally very composed, I can just fight with the disease. When we are talking about COVID-19, as I am saying that it is all about the mind game, if
Hmm.
I'm mentally strong, I am not afraid of the disease, I will fight with the virus. Once I am just, because this is the way how virus captures us.
Yes,
So you can understand how mental health is still a prominent area in our life,
very
prominent
true, ma'am.
part in our life.
The fact that you just mentioned, I'm living proof of that, because I've seen people that my own relative, he had very less time to live, as said by the doctors, after he got diagnosed with a problem. But due to his mental strength, he has lived a miraculous life,
Correct.
and he
Correct.
was literally an idol for all of us as we grew up.
That is the beauty of human life. That once we are mentally strong, mentally stable, we can just do wonders. But
Yes,
if you are not, how physically fit you are, it is very difficult for you to face the society, face the challenges.
very true, ma'am. So, ma'am, then the next question arises that people are, they are trying to acknowledge their own problems, even if others will not accept it. To their own selves, they have to accept it at a level that they are having mental, some problems are existing, and they need to get it solved by professional help. But in many
True.
places, ma'am, we have seen that such facilities are not available, that they will go and consult in the remote areas of our own country. People, while they are going through great mental stress, anxiety and issues like that, they are not able to take professional help because of many factors. They do not have the facilities nearby, they do not have the financial stability to afford professional help. So then, ma'am, what
True.
are the basic steps one can instill in their personal lifestyle, on a day to day lifestyle, to ensure a little bit more strength on their personal level?
Oh, because as you are saying that people are not getting the basic facility, health facility. And in health, I am meaning both physical and mental health.
Yes, ma'am.
And you will just surprised by one harsh reality of our country. I have told you that 7.5 people, 7.5% of our 130 crore population
Hmm.
are suffering or are having any kind of mental health condition. So it is almost, we can say, crossing 9 lakhs above, almost 10 lakhs.
Yes.
And at that point of time, now I'm just giving you the surprising fact that total in our country, we have 4,000 trained mental health professionals. Just 4,000. So from it itself, you just cannot say that in remote areas, in everywhere, we are just falling short.
Very true.
This
Yes.
is one aspect. And why this has happened, because not in individual level but also in societal or in government level also, people are not aware of it.
Hmm.
If we are aware of, then we could have appointed many mental health professionals, or we could have just started new kind of range where people can go, they study, they enroll, they can serve for the society. But
Yes.
we don't have such kind of facility. Nowadays people are doing, many other universities, they have started enrolling these mental health courses.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
it is actually changing, but this transition phase takes time. And as you were saying, those who are not able to get the help or
Hmm.
access the help,
Yes.
what should they do? Here, first thing I would like to say that there are two aspects of life. One is your primary or crux of your life, own life.
Hmm.
Second will be your secondary or periphery area where you can work.
Hmm.
And always remember that if everyone is having a prescribed format of doing certain things,
Hmm.
then life would have been easiest.
Very true. Yes.
Because I am prescribed something and everyone is following it and they all are happy. They are not going to have any mental health issues. So, but tragically, this is not the fact. We all have to work in our own lives. And because we all are different, we all are unique, and we have to accept this beauty of human beings. That every human being is different from another person. So every human being has a different story to tell. Every
Definitely.
human being has their own challenges. So at that point of time, the periphery or the secondary things I can tell you,
Hmm.
just like maintain a suitable timetable or a scheduled timetable,
Hmm.
do exercises, have a balanced diet, or and maintain sleep hygiene. which many of us are ignoring. Exercises, meditation, or your we can say your hobbies. Just go for your hobbies. These are certain secondary things you can do. But what about your primary crux of your own life, which makes you different from another person? That thing you have to understand in a way that first recognize that you are unique. You have to accept yourself as you are, because many a times from the very childhood we are being constantly compared with others,
Mm.
and we are constantly humiliated not being like another person, which is, if you think logically, it is quite impossible. You cannot be like another person genetically and behaviorally. You two are different people, and it is totally logically scientifically different and difficult.
Mm.
So here we all have to just keep it in our mind, and this is the medicine which will work for us. Mental medicine we can take,
Mm.
that we all are different. So we have to keep our mental strength high. That I am not going to be compared with anyone. First
Mm.
thing. So I will not get affected by the comparison, because people are being compared for marks, for complexion, for anything, for height, weight, everything. We are just keep on comparing, and
Yes.
which are not in our hands, first of all, because the way we are taken birth is not our not in our hand. It is a
Mm.
chance factor, so we have to accept that fact. So with this, first thing is that we have to have acknowledge our own needs, our emotional aspects. We have to identify them. Then three things we have to do. That is, we have to love ourselves. First thing, you have to love yourself, accept yourself, and respect yourself as you are. These mantras are actually doing great thing. And next thing I'm going to do, going to talk about that. This is not from a psychologist. If you will go in detail, the highest law of this country, Indian Constitution, has given us the right, that right to life with dignity. So
Yes.
this right is ours. We just have to exercise it.
Mm.
And in India, to talk about right is always wrong. So it's always better that we have to exercise our rights, and
Yes.
we have to be very contented with ourselves,
Mm.
with this crux and this primary and secondary balance of ideas. We can lead a happy life. We can lead, but
Mm.
challenges will come. We cannot assure anyone that you are not going to face any kind of problem.
Mm.
Definitely problems will come, but we are well equipped in our mindset that we can face the challenge. That is the beauty. For
Mm.
example, if someone is seeking the help from a counselor, counselor is not solving the problem.
Mm.
Counselor will make you ready to solve the problem by yourself. Of course counselor will be with you, no doubt,
Mm.
but you are the one who is going to solve the problem. So that is the biggest beauty of the whole idea,
Mm.
that you have to accept yourself, and you have to love yourself and respect yourself. Then everybody will come to join you. That is the main idea, that the should seek
Very true, ma'am. So basically, all the medicine to all the ailments is actually lying within us. We just need to recognize our
within
own
us.
strength. So, ma'am, my next question to you is that even if people are accepting of their own flaws as determined by the standards of the society, if they come to love themselves as they are, if they come to respect themselves for their own abilities and accept their own disabilities, even then there are
Mhm.
some outer factors, criticism, because as we all know, criticism when given, it is mostly destructive, and very few people are capable of giving and taking constructive criticism. So in that case, how can a person build a barrier so that to filter out all the outer comments, all the outer factors trying to pull him or her down?
Here, I would like to tell you one thing. It's very nice that Shreya, you just popped up with this question. Always remember that criticism, the statement itself doesn't have any power to affect you.
Hmm.
If you look at the statement doesn't have the power. It is you, or it is we, the way we are interpreting the statement. And by accepting and loving ourselves, somehow we are actually creating a barrier around us, that it will filter. Why I'm telling, because if your self concept is so strong, it will not get affected by just any criticism by anyone.
Hmm.
Or they can be your most important or significant others, but we don't care, because
Hmm.
the very crux we are aware that I am like myself, I cannot do. And always remember, criticisms are generated from comparisons, criticisms are generated from competitions.
Hmm.
So
Yes, ma'am.
if you are not aware of it, the shield is there, let them fight.
Hmm.
This is the best way, because first thing is that I have to recognize And this loving, accepting, and respecting, it looks very simple, but it is a tough kind of thing. It is a continuous training.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
have to fight with the social structure, you have to fight with the socialization process, the society, the norms, and still then after a whole lot of grinding, you are actually making your own barrier to
Hmm.
safeguard yourself. Then you will not get affected by by any kind of criticism or anything, because whatever they, and always remember, some criticisms are for our betterment, some criticisms, because and the criticisms are thrown in a way that you will find that, yeah, yes, if I'm doing this, then it will be better for my own performance,
Hmm.
that we can accept in a positive way.
Mhm.
But if someone is criticizing us just to denigrate and discriminate,
Hmm.
shut your mouth. That's it.
Yes, ma'am. That is definitely the best idea. And very true that from childhood, people who are letting outside comments affect their mindset has also been tuned to accepting those as faults of themselves. So
Correct.
it is a process, a long process to actually
Long
accept yourself.
process, and share, it is never late.
Hmm.
We can start from today itself, that we are not going to get affected by anything that is not in our control. Why
Hmm.
should I be affected? That is the best part.
Very true.
Because many times we are getting affected, which we are not in control. Why should we get affected by that? So
Very
it's
true,
better
ma'am.
that we should get rid of
Most of the times we get affected by things which are not in our control, because then the helplessness
control.
arises inside ourselves. That
Yes.
how do we change the fact?
And many times you will find that you can behave from two different poles, and we are not actually so predictable. So
Hmm.
as we are saying, human beings are most unpredictable creatures, so you cannot just predict someone. That's why we many times we say how foolishly I have done this,
Hmm.
because we are not expected to do this, or
Hmm.
we are saying how intelligently I have done this. So we are not always behaving in extremes, we are behaving in a mediocre. But many times what happens, that we can just change or stretch our ranges, and
Yes.
we can behave. So it is up to us. We are having tremendous possibilities. Just tap it and get out of it.
Very true, ma'am. Ma'am, the talking with you has been very informative and inspiring for me as well as for everyone who will be listening to this. So, ma'am, coming to the end of this discussion, is there any message you would like to give all the people listening to us today?
First thing is that this is my humble request to all the students. Please do not ignore the needs of your mental health, because mental health is the basic idea of, or we can say the foundation or the base of your total performances that we are going to do in your life. Mental health is all about the quality of life, it is not about illness. If you are having some illness or disease or difficulty, always there is a treatment procedure. So why are you afraid of that we are not going to do this? And second thing is that always just recognize your own uniqueness and cherish that uniqueness. You are not above anyone or you are not beneath anyone, you are like yourself. So that is the best way to deal with the society. And lastly, I would like to say, because as it is saying that to this year's world mental health day theme, they have said that mental health for all means we are not excluding any groups, everyone are in a inclusion process.
Hmm.
And there is one thing is that greater investment and greater accessibility, that is also the tagline. So greater investment, you always keep on investing yourself on your mental health, so that and you keep on accessing the mental health support if you are having it around you. So with this note, always pay some sensible, positive, and empathetic approach towards the people. Then only we can just start a better life, better way of leading life. So let's do the hand holding and stay life full of healthy way, both physically and mentally.
Definitely, ma'am. I really hope that all of us will be able to instill all these qualities in our day to day living so that the entire world can work together towards better a better society for all of us,
Definitely,
because the greatest
definitely
change begins with the mind, and that is where every change can be brought into the world.
possible. Yes,
Thank you so
absolutely.
much, ma'am, for today's session. It was lovely talking to you today.
Thank you, Shreya, and I request all of you, please do consult. Don't hesitate. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.